Darkness falls across the land, my children. It has been several years since we visited the pages of Vincent Price Presents. Sometimes he was the host of the stories, and sometimes he played a more active role, as in this tale, The House of the Raven. Dr. Emmanuel von Horn invites his old compatriot, Dr. Aubrey Pitt, to a meeting at his seaside castle estate. After they exchange some banter about their wine and adventures, Dr. Pitt in particular having earned quite a reputation as an occult detective, living a glamorous life of adventure and appearances on trashy magazines, now going by the nom de guerre of The Raven. Von Horn is very clearly annoyed by the more open activity by which Pitt carries himself, a capstone of 30 years of bitterness between the two. He thinks that Pitt wastes his knowledge on parlor tricks meant to impress blondes, instead of enjoying the power of sorcery that he trained in. Indeed, 30 years prior at the Scholomance School deep in Transylvania, they learned of black arts and the devil. Von Horn spent his time gathering arcane knowledge and power, while Pitt was more concerned with demonstrations of power, more art than science. Their friendly rivalry hit an impasse over a woman, Annabelle. Pitt dated the woman, but she hated how he seemed to be so freewheeling, not caring about future prospects or plans. She ended up marrying Von Horn because of his studious nature, and unfortunately, she has recently died. It seems she did admit some regret in not going with Pitt instead, but it is not lost loves that concern Von Horn. He's dying and needs someone to take over his collection. A dangerous one full of terrible things that must never escape. The energy needed to contain such a thing has taken its toll on Von Horn, and he's not taking no for an answer, threatening Pitt with a gun if he does not accept. To help ensure Pitt's cooperation, since he wants to decline, Von Horn has been recently bitten by a werewolf. In 3 hours, the full moon will rise, and he's locked up the castle with no chance for escape, save for a single silver bullet hidden somewhere in the house. With no other choice, Pitt explores the house, finding Wall, a captured Archduke of Hell, in the basement. Wall offers him assistance in defeating Von Horn, as well as resurrecting Annabelle, if he helps him escape, but Pitt declines, needing information he can trust. Using magic, he summons the spirit of Annabelle for assistance, though she admits that sadly he has used magic to bind her from telling where it is. Fortunately, she does hint, where would he keep the one thing that would kill him? Safety deposit box? The werewolf Von Horn chases Pitt around, temporarily slowed by the silver nitrate in a mirror that Pitt throws at him. He eventually corners Pitt back in the study where they had drunk wine together, Pitt having realized that Von Horn kept the bullet in the gun he had threatened him with. He uses it and kills Von Horn, who admits that he wanted him to succeed. As much as he doesn't want to, Pitt has now inherited the house and knows of the evils that must be contained within it. And what's more, Von Horn will join the collection now as a ghost to haunt him for the rest of his days. Oh, what adventures shall play out in this situation, eh? There was one more tale of the Raven after this, my children. But that is a story for another time. For this one, though, it was a glorious little tale and acts as a pilot to more adventures. Maybe someday we'll see more of the Raven and the dark treasures he must guard.